A man trusted Google Translate during his own court case. Welcome back to News Glitch. I'm Matthew, and this is episode 6, the show where real headlines prove nobody tested anything before it happened. Let's start right there. So, for headline 1, it goes like this: A man used Google Translate to communicate during his own court case. Because apparently his legal strategy was relying on the Wi Fi and AI to help him get out of whatever he got into. For quick context, he didn't fully understand what was being said, so instead of using an interpreter, he relied on Google Translate to understand the judge and respond. So the man trusted the same app that translates "I'm full" into "I'm pregnant." It is known, this app is known for not giving you the best translations, so I don't know what he would have expected. My immediate reaction is, this is not a group chat, this is court. You cannot let autocorrect decide your legal future. You already know Google Translate wasn't ready. The judge says something serious and his phone probably said, "The chair is emotionally tired." Nothing that comes out of Google Translate ever makes sense. The stakes make it way worse. This isn't ordering food, this isn't texting someone, this is your freedom. And he's standing here like, hold on, let me reload, let me just translate that real quick in an app. Imagine being in court and instead of answering, you just stare at your phone. That's not confidence, that's just buffering and a delay. And the article reports it as if it's the average thing to do now in 2026, to just whip out Google Translate in the courtroom and start talking. This was the worst idea ever. They couldn't even get the man a translator. If your legal defense depends on your signal strength, you're cooked, you're done. All right, that's it for article number 1. Let's get right into headline number 2. So headline 2 goes like this: A town accidentally sent an emergency alert to every resident. So let's get this straight. There was no emergency, just panic, and the town messed up once again. Everyone's phones went off with that emergency alarm sound, the one that makes your heart drop immediately and you have no clue what's going on and you start immediately panicking. And then nothing was actually happening and there was no actual reason to panic. That sound is reserved for 2 things: natural disasters and now apparently mistakes. You don't accidentally send that. That button should require 5 confirmations and a psychological evaluation and a real need to send it. You cannot send a citywide panic notification as a test. That's like pulling a fire alarm and saying, "just checking." You have to warn people if you're going to send like a fake or a drill or something like that. And the article is saying that this is happening at a regular basis, but they're not warning the people. They actually want to see if it works. Well, if you want to see if people are getting the alerts, you might as well warn the people. And they could let you know if they're getting the alerts. Or are you just trying to see if people panic and do the right thing? There was no explanation for this. There was no shame. There was just a lot of collective anxiety. If your job is the emergency alert button, you got one job. Don't screw it up. Alright, that's it for headline number 2. Let's get right into it with headline number 3. Headline 3 goes like this: A passenger opened the emergency exit on a plane. Not in an emergency, just for curiosity purposes, because that happens every day. Real smart. The passenger opened the emergency exit door while the plane was on the ground, delaying the flight and causing chaos for everyone on board. People are probably wondering, why is this guy opening the door? It makes no sense. There are very few things on a plane that are clearly labeled "do not touch." That door is probably number 1 on the list. You know that door is not subtle. It has warnings, it has instructions, it has consequences, and someone still said, "let me see what this does." That's like when you're a kid and you see the red button and you have everything in you that wants to press the red button. There's consequences and you have to have some self-control. How did that guy open the door? How was he able to open the door? How did no one realize? How did no one stop him? I don't even understand. That's not curiosity. That's confidence without evidence. You don't experiment at 30,000 feet. This isn't a demo. Imagine being on that plane. Imagine that plane was in the air. You're tired, you just want to land, and someone decided to interact with the emergency exit like it's a feature. And the article, as always, reports it like it's normal. Passenger opens emergency exit. That was it. No more explanation on anything else that happened. No reasoning. Just consequences. If you're curious about the emergency exit, don't be. That's what happens. Don't ruin everyone else's flight. All right, that's it for Article 3. Let's get right into it with Article number 4. So for Article 4, the headline goes like this: a company launched their new website and it crashed immediately. It didn't even survive the announcement. The company hyped up the launch, told everyone to visit the site, and the second people showed up, it stopped working. You cannot invite everyone to something and not be ready for them to arrive. Who designed the website and realized that it was going to crash after 4 people logged on the website? You can't announce it everywhere and then not have it ready. That's like hosting a party and locking the door. Everyone clicked the link at the same time and got that one message: this site can't be reached. That message has ended more excitement than anything in human history at this point. They were confident enough to launch, but not confident enough to survive success. Their biggest problem was people actually showing up, which is usually people's biggest problem is people not showing up, and their problem was people showing up. Kind of ironic. And the headline was just website crashes after launch. That doesn't make sense because you're launching, you shouldn't be crashing day one. There's no surprise, no shock, just failure in real time. If your system breaks the second people use it, it wasn't ready. That's news glitch. A company just can't be able to not handle that. You have to be able to handle that. If you're a website, you have to have more than 4 people on it. It says in the article only 4 people were on the website at a time. How do you expect to run a business like that? It just doesn't make sense. Somehow this keeps happening. All right, that's it for article number 4. That's it for episode 6 of News Glitch. Real headlines, real decisions, and somehow nobody tested any of it. If you made it this far, follow the show and check out the clips. New episodes coming soon. I'm Matthew, and I'll see you next time, assuming reality doesn't glitch again.